Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have something a little bit different today that I have been working on. My nephew had a little girl about a year ago, and I am working on the baby album for her. And I had seen somebody who had used the new Otter paper to create their own album book from scratch. So not using a pre-created album that you would get from the store or from Stampin' Up or something like that, but using a chipboard and cardstock and patterned paper to create an interactive album. And I wanted to challenge myself to make that. I used Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking. I will link her down below, the tutorials that I used to create this book. This book is an 8x8 book, and it is, I think this is just over 4 inches wide. So it is quite thick, and it is quite large. I would say that using 12x12 paper was not the best use of paper, but it's what I had in stock. It's what I had in my stash, and I wanted to use some of the stuff in my stash to create this. But I also intermixed new things as well. So the book is primarily created with As You Grow, which is a baby kit or baby paper pack that we had at close to my heart. And I had enough left over that I could pretty much make this album, and I still have a little bit left over. I did happen to have 2 sticker sheets, which really helped out, and I'm actually going to give them some of the stickers so that they can put the stickers on where that makes sense, like the first giggle or things like that. I also supplemented it with the Picture My Life cards, the As You Grow ones that I had. And then I also went through my stash and I used some storybook paper. I used some Sawyer paper as well as a couple of the stickers from Sawyer. And I had pulled out Chantilly, but I didn't end up using that. So I pretty much kind of just went through my stock, what I had, and a lot of these had overlapping colors, mulberry being the primary color that I was kind of focusing on. And so mulberry and shortbread are sort of the 2 colors I kind of focused on. And then I pulled in other things from Stampin' Up. So I pulled in the deckled dies, which is what you see here on the front. So I used 2 of the dies to create this ring. And I created multiples and stacked them up on each other to give it some depth, and also to sort of protect the letters and the butterflies that are here, because I didn't know how much abuse it was going to get. I would say that it's probably, because it is all paper, it might not withstand as much attention to it as, say, a standard album would. But again, I was trying to challenge myself and I wanted to do something a little bit different, so that's why I did that. So again, these are the deckled circles. You will see throughout the spotlight on nature. This I used to put the numbers, the month numbers on. And then I used the butterfly from the Paper Pumpkin additional die set, and that's the ones that you see cut out in the paper, what is that glitter paper. So again, this is just white glitter paper from Close to My Heart. Almost all the paper is Close to My Heart paper that I'm using here. And then the letters that I used the Alpha a la Mode set from Stampin' Up. And again, these are, I cut out multiples of them and then stacked them up on each other so that they had some depth to them. The other things that you'll see that I used in here is something that's new that will be coming out in the January catalog, which is the toadstools. So that's a punch that's coming out. I use the bee punch that is in the current catalog. And then I used this flower punch, something park. I can't remember exactly what it is. But anyway, I use those 3 punches as part of this. And then I used the Be My Valentine for the bee punch in order to put the faces on and the antenna and all of that. As well as I used a few of the in color shimmer gems for the flowers, for the centers of the flowers. So again, I tried to use a variety of things that I had in my stash, both new and old. Most of the dies and things are from the new, and the papers are from the old. All right. So, like I said, Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking is the site that I use to get the from her tutorials is how I created this. Now I made some adjustments. I added some other interactive pages, and I'll link the two tutorials that I used. I used one that was to build the book, and then I sort of referenced the one to add the papers and everything to. She does use magnets in hers, and I started putting the papers on, and I completely forgot to do the magnets. So mine does not have magnets. I probably would recommend magnets if I did one in the future. So again, I just put again this window for marking this as Kinsley's first year. I'm thinking about possibly also doing something on the side here, but I'm not exactly sure. That way it would say something similar, but again, I hadn't thought about that until just this moment. So I do think it needs something here, but I do want to be careful that I make it flat enough that it won't get damaged when sitting on a shelf or being used. So I'll have to think about that. All right, so when you open this up, there are a number of interactive pages that are in this. And so what I did is I went through and I created these little vignettes. And at the top, obviously, on the first page, the newborn picture, and then just a place for them to journal about the day she was born. And then we go through on this, and all of these pages move. So I tried to use somewhat standard sizes. I didn't try to go crazy with sizes. So you'll see a lot of 3x3s, 4x6s, and a few 3x4s. So when you open this up, you will have this place to put, again, 3x3s, and then a nice place to put a 5x7. And then as you open it, this flaps down, and you see that I've used those circles to add, this is actually another die set that is the mini alpha die set. I forgot I used the mini alpha die set as well to create the newborn. But the numbers are coming from the sticker sheet for the paper pack as you grow. And so these open up, and then it gives a chance for them to add the pictures that they want. So again, another big 5x7 on this one, and then some 3x4s, 3x3s, and 4x6s. And I've just added stickers from the sticker sheet, as well as there's some word stickers here. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll move that up. But there's also these words, statements that were on the sticker sheet, and so I've randomly selected places to put those on. And like I said, if I had put in the magnets, then this would sort of anchor itself down. But when I realized I hadn't done it, I was 3/4 of the way through putting all the papers on, and it was looking like it was going to be difficult to pick up some of these papers because I had done it over the course of a couple of weeks. So again, there aren't any magnets here, unfortunately. Okay, so again, opens up like this. And I don't know, I just felt like this would be a fun, different way to have an album, especially with little kids who might like to play around with it. I know my kids love to look through old albums that I created for them. And so this is kind of a fun way to do that. So again, this one, these are 2 flaps, but I've anchored them with the 2 here. And so those flip up together. And then this flips up as well. And again, here's another of those word sentiments from the sticker sheet. And then We've got some ribbon that I had. This is Stampin' Up gingham ribbon. I made a cut wrong, and so I was trying to hide that cut. And then this folds down, and I'll just see if we can get that to show on the camera. So that folds down. And then this folds out, and there's a pocket here. So I took a couple of those Picture My Life cards, and this one fits a perfect 3x4 Picture My Life card. So they could use this as a journaling, and that they would also know that that was a pocket. Again, here's another one of those sentiments stickers there. So I thought that that worked really well. Just got to remember the sequence of things. Okay, so then here's number 4. And so this opens up, and these are stickers from the sticker sheet. Again, a few stickers there. And then it opens to the side here. Hopefully getting all of this on camera for you guys. So it opens to the side, and then this opens up. And then this one opens to the front. And again, some of these are stickers. This is a sticker from the As You Grow set. And again, just for a bunch of 4x6 pictures here, like that. So then we move to a 6. One of the things I think I would do differently is some of this paper is bending, and that's because I put it on before I put these pages, these groups, because these are sections, they're hollow, and there's a binding down at the bottom. I assembled these all pre putting it into the spine. I probably would change that, because then I wouldn't have as much of the paper bending that you see here. But I think it's still okay. I don't think it's going to be that bad. All right, so this one then opens up multiple ways. So it opens that way and this way, like that. And again, just using, this one was using the punch. So this was using the flower punch, and created these clusters, and then using the dots from the in colors, the 2024, 2026 in colors here. And then this opens up, again, another one of those stickers, words. And then this was an A, Dream Come True. I thought was really fun. And I really liked kind of how that worked. Again, all stickers from that sticker sheet. And then over here, again, you see another butterfly, because I had the butterflies on the front. I wanted to make sure that I had a few butterflies coming in throughout. Moments was actually from Sawyer's, the Sawyer pack sticker, but the colors all matched. And so I thought that that was a good addition, as well as that sticker is also from Sawyer. And so again, some flowers. And then here's the first time we see a bee. And then this opens up like that. So again, I might do something here. This is kind of a blank space, but not sure yet. I have to decide. Again, the papers I was using were 12x12 papers, and this is an 8x8 book. So the paper utilization was kind of strange because of the way the cuts had to be done. I would probably, if I did an 8x8 book again, would probably try to look for using pattern paper that was 8.5 by 11, because then I wouldn't have as much paper waste as I had with this. Okay, so then we have number 8. So this opens up like this, and hopefully you guys can see that whole thing. And then you have on the inside, and again, another little bee, and then this precious, I think the precious was actually from Chantilly. That was the one thing I used from Chantilly. So that was the one sticker. All right, so 9, this is going to flip up and then flip down. And then again, another cluster of flowers, some bees. You're as Sweet as Honey actually came from the Be My Valentine set. So You're as Sweet as Honey. I thought that worked with the bee. Again, this is another pocket. So I put another of the Picture My Life cards. And then this opens up as well. And then that's where the pocket is. Hopefully you can kind of see that. So that's number 9. Oops, I'll have to glue that back down. So 10, this opens up, and again, there's another pocket here. Again, you can kind of see where the paper is bent because I got a little bit too close to the spines. So that's just something I learned as I was working on this, is that attach your pages to the spine first and then do your decorating. Was just something that I learned. So again, some pictures here, and then this opens up like this. And here's where I used the mushrooms or the toadstools. And then again, we've got a butterfly up here like that. And then we've got number 11. And this opens up again. This is from Sawyer, I believe. This one was from the Sawyer pack, this paper. But again, the colors were very close to what was in the As You Grow set. So I really felt like they complemented quite nicely. This one lifts up like that. And then you have another photo obviously there. And then this goes out like this. And then this opens like that. So again, just using some of those sentiment words from the sticker sheet. And then the last one is 12. And again, this is where a magnet would be really helpful, because every time you open this one, it's always like that. So a magnet would have been nice here. But again, because I didn't do magnets anywhere else, I didn't add them here. So this opens up, and then this opens like this. And then you have the ability to add a bunch more 4x6 photos here. So, and then at the very end, I used another Picture My Life card and made a space for a 5x7 photo. And this is one of those Picture My Life cards. And then the back like that. So hopefully this was sort of a fun walkthrough, a different way of looking at creating an album. Maybe it gives you a few ideas of maybe trying to do this yourself and to create something a little bit different than maybe you had in the past. And it was a nice challenge. It was something that I was actually quite happy with taking on, and really enjoyed the process of making it. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of inspiration. And like I said, I will link Rosa Kelly's tutorials down below in the description. And I look forward to hearing any comments, or hearing if you've tried to make one of these in the past. Like I said, it was a lot of fun and was very different for me. All right, everyone, I hope to see you on my next video, and have a great day.